YouTube says we're live there. Okay, now I just gotta figure out TikTok, because I've never done it before. Okay, go live. Go live now. Start all. Oh wait, hold on, settings. Copy, paste, copy, paste. Huh? Okay. Oh, I think it worked. I think it worked. How about chat over there? How about chat over there? Okay. Okay. All right, we are live in 4 places now. We are live in 4 places now. Let's hope my streaming PC can handle it. Streaming PC can handle it. Streaming PC can handle it. Oh wait, I didn't actually go live on the vertical on YouTube. Hold on. The vertical on YouTube. Hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay. Okay. There we go. There we go. Now we're rolling. Now we're rolling. Now we're rolling. Okay. That could have been bad. Okay. What up, Lee? How we doing? First one here, can't believe it. First one here. Quick on the draw. Quick on the draw. We've only been live for like a minute. I've only been live for like a minute. Get my water here too. I'm thirsty. Alrighty. This is my first time going live on TikTok, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I have no idea what to expect, but we're gonna do it. We're doing it. Lee, how we doing today? What's up? Lee, how we doing today? All right, so today. We've got a very, very exciting build because this is the first ever 9800X 3D build that I've done. You can see right here, 9800X 3D. I know you can't read that from way over there. But yeah, Ryzen 7 9800X 3D. Can't find these anywhere because it was a paper launch, it feels like. But I was able to get my hands on a couple, and we were able to sell a PC with one. So here we are. Yo, what up, Ruthless? Waffle Stop, how we doing? Hello, hello, hello. So, besides the 9800X 3D, which obviously is the most exciting part, we've got an RTX 4070 Super. Excuse me. We've got two terabyte, we've got a lot of twos in there, two terabyte SSDs from Teamgroup. Got the MSI Mag X870 motherboard, 360 millimeter AIO, 64 gigs of RAM, got an 850 watt power supply, and we've got this really cool custom PC that Mrs. Red painted just earlier today. I know it kind of got cut off in the camera there, but it's really cool. You guys will get to see more once we get further in the build, but it's pretty sick. There's an echo. There's an echo. Is there an echo for everyone? Okay, that's cool. Is there an echo for everyone? Okay, that's cool. Interesting. Interesting. It might be coming from TikTok. Let's check. It might be coming from TikTok. Let's check. It might be coming from TikTok. Let's check. Is it like a really delayed echo, or is it like an instant echo? Because I didn't change anything. Let's just mute that. See if that fixes anything. All right, are we still echoing? When you talk, it repeats 3x. It's gone now that you walked away. Did I take care of it? We good? The US is lucky and blessed to go dollar for dollar with these parts. Where I'm from, they cost almost triple the price. Weird. Okay, so I think it must have been TikTok or something, something going on with how I set up my TikTok. I just muted my Google Chrome in my volume mixer, and that put it away. All right, we're all good. Waffle Stomp, how we doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Love all. Yeah, it's very nice to not have to overpay on everything. Obviously, there are times where stuff gets scalped or things are in like really low supply and you do have to pay extra. But for the most part, yeah, you pretty much, we pay the MSRP for a lot of stuff, which is very nice. What would this PC go for price-wise, give or take? I believe this one was in the realm of like 2,200 bucks. I can check real quick. I can check what we sold it for. Obviously right now, so we have a Black Friday sale. If you buy any PC, the pre-built ones on our website, or if you do a custom build and order it before November 30th, it is 7% off right now. So keep that in mind. This system was $2,600. That includes shipping, that includes the custom paint job, and then obviously all the rest of it. So yeah, it's an expensive CPU, it's an expensive GPU. So yeah, it was around 2,600 bucks. That case is so nice, isn't it? We'll get it up here on the table here shortly, but it's a really cool case. How we doing, Metal? What's up? 3,600 Canadian, yeah. What's your thoughts on the 14900K? It's still a pretty good CPU. I mean, now if you're looking for like a high-end system, the 14900K is probably a pretty good bet right now, because I bet you the prices have come down a little bit. The prices on motherboards have gotten a lot cheaper. The downside is that you can't upgrade. You're never going to be able to upgrade CPUs from there. You'll have, unless you want to buy a new motherboard and stuff. So that's kind of unfortunate, but it is at least available, unlike the Core 9 Ultra 285K. Less than 500 bucks now. Yeah, I mean it's a pretty good deal, and I mean it can almost keep up with like the X3D chips. So, which also, like I said, pretty unavailable right now. So if you can get that for a reasonable price, I mean, it's pretty good. Also, Richard, I don't know how to make you a mod on YouTube or on TikTok, so sorry. I don't know how to make that work, but oh well. John Paul Bacon, what's up? Are you sizzling today? I'm sure you've never heard that joke before, or any jokes about your last name. Dude, the case looks really good, doesn't it, Lee? Looks really good. Okay, should we start? Should we start building? What do you guys think? One's in chat if we should start building. Richard just liking the heck out of the TikTok stream. Ty says we should start building. Afterwise, how are we doing today? Southern Metal says it. Waffles coming in with the likes on the stream. Build, 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 build. All right, we'll do it. We'll do it. That one. All right, so first and foremost, we've got our X870 motherboard from MSI. It's the MSI Mag Tomahawk Wi-Fi model. I have to go to sleep. Yes, this will be uploaded when it's done on the Red site. So if you want to go watch it there afterwards, it will be available both in vertical and horizontal form. So you're more than welcome to come watch it when it's done. Not too much. Y'all are going crazy with the likes on TikTok. Hopefully that'll boost the stream a little bit. I don't really know how that works. It's my first time streaming over there. Gabriel, welcome in. All right, we're building a sexy PC. Are there any peels on this? Wow, there's no peels, MSI. I mean, I guess that's kind of nice that I don't have to peel anything off, but also, it's kind of sad. We like peeling stuff, you know? You are the first live comment ever, Waffle. Ever, ever, ever. You should probably put that on your your profile now. You're like first to ever comment on a Redneck Engineer live stream on TikTok. And this is my first ever 9800X 3D PC build, so pretty important. Put that over there. All right, let's get our CPU in. Richard, thank you so much for putting that in there. I don't think the Botrix chatbot works on TikTok. I don't know if there is a chatbot that works on TikTok. I really don't know. I'm sure there is, but I don't know what it is. All right, there's our 9800X 3D. We're not gonna be like that buffoon on the internet that burned up his 9800X 3D because he didn't know how to install it right. We know how to install a PC CPU. Welcome in, Scott. So fun. How we doing? Don't want to get yelled at again for peeling. I know, right? Everyone on the internet just freaked out. Like, how dare you do that peel? Like, well, I asked him, and also, like, this computer is never going to get used again, so I can do what I want. I don't know. What do I say on the 9900K? I mean, it's still a capable CPU. Like, I wouldn't buy one personally, but you know, if that's like what's in your budget, or like if you have an older system and that would be an upgrade for you, then you know, by all means, it's still a solid little CPU. All right, got that out of there. Get our SSD in here. This is gonna be our primary SSD. Oh, MSI did it too. Okay, so we talked about this in a video from ASUS, where ASUS created a nice little completely toolless and just like pop in SSD, like M.2 SSD holder. And this one has it now too, look at this. Boom, it's in there. It's not coming out. Good job, MSI, good job. That would have been me. I haven't built a PC in 25 years, went with a professional. Smart, smart. Yo, what up, Southern Metal? Welcome into the TikTok stream, appreciate you. We're doing a golf simulator Friday. It's only been a couple weeks, but I missed swinging a club. Dude, I haven't swung my golf clubs in like months at this point. Actually, one of my buddies said they were gonna start doing that like every week. So hopefully they start that up soon, because I really would like to do that. All right, let's get our second SSD in here. Right now, my system, as it is now, is serving my needs very well. That's good. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing. It's like, I don't tell people like they need to upgrade all the time. Is your system's doing what you need it to do, like you don't need to upgrade. Don't feel like you need to upgrade. Yo, Richard coming in with a Galaxy? I don't know what that is. Can someone tell me what that is? I mean, I know it's a donation, but I don't know what it means. Did Richard just donate 10 cents? Did you just donate $1? I don't know. But that's my first donation on TikTok, so thank you. Thank you. All right, there we go. There's another M.2 installed. They have leagues for them. Oh, that's cool. Where do you live? Like where you have leagues for that. Built 2 PCs so far on my own. You're from the Caribbean. Let's go. How did they go? Were they smooth? Building PCs these days is not really, the actual building of it is not really like the hard part anymore, if you ask me. The harder part is knowing the right components to buy. And obviously like cable management. But Michigan, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I imagine over there, being able to play indoors is pretty important once it gets like October. Galaxy is 1,000, so like 10 bucks. Let's go, Richard, thank you so much. The myth, the legend, what's up, Patrick? Welcome in, welcome in. But you live far away. You live too far away from where they do the leagues. Current one you stream on Twitch. Let's go. Like you game, do you game and stream on the one system right now? That you built more recently? You're a Spanish speaker who has a tongue twister, and I wanted to see if you can say it like this. 10 go free, how less NL cool low. Boom. Done. I don't know those words in Spanish. I do speak a little bit of Spanish, but I don't know those words in Spanish. Haven't seen you forever. What up, General? How you doing? My super white build is still going strong. Love that. So fun, welcome into the stream again. Good to see you. Okay, so we've got both of our SSDs, which makes up 4 terabytes of storage. We've got our 9800X 3D, 64 gigs of RAM via G.Skill rip jaws. I think the next thing we're gonna do here is we are going to get our CPU cooler out and we'll replace these brackets. And then we'll be ready to get the case out here that you guys are so excited about. Game and stream on one PC that's stable, love that. Oh, you use your CPU as your encoder. What GPU do you have? That's interesting. I farted a little bit, I hope you don't mind. It's okay, I don't smell it. I lit a candle earlier, so it's probably fine. Most modern GPUs can handle running the game and encoding. So I'd be interested to know what GPU you have, because there's a decent chance it can probably do both. Oh, it's a 1070. Okay, yeah, I would say that's probably a good choice then. All right, here's our AM4, AM5 stuff. And we're gonna need those bolts. We're going to need those bolts. We don't need the rest of that. That's all for Intel. And boo Intel. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. What up, Dixon? On my little brother's account, can you please wish him a happy birthday? How old is he? Devin, what's up, dude? I know, 9800X 3D. Too bad it's not my computer. You know, it's a customer computer. Which is better for me though, because it means I'm not spending more money on my own computers. It means we're selling computers, which is always good for the business. Recently found out I could stream on my CPU. Yeah, I mean, especially if your GPU bottlenecks, be able to use the CPU as the encoder. It's pretty solid. Devin, how are the videos going? I saw you posted about one where I saw you in like a Disney hat. Okay, so that's gonna go like that, and this guy's gonna go right through it. He's 9. Happy 9th frickin' birthday, Dixon. Appreciate you letting your brother or sister borrow your account so that they can watch my stream. Really appreciate that. Hope you have a good birthday. Patrick, welcome to the live. Oh, thank you for the like. Actually, that's what I meant to say. Jesse, welcome into the stream. How's it going? All right. Okay, those are as tight as I can get with my fingers. Cool. All right, we don't need this CPU cooler right now. We're done with that. We're ready to start putting stuff in this case. You guys get to see how beautiful this case is, all right? I know some of you saw it at the very beginning, but some of you haven't seen it yet, and I think you're gonna be blown away. So first, here, and I'll swap to the front for the, so the entire interior up to like right here, painted purple. It's beautiful, it's lovely. The front has a nice little two-tone purple. This is kind of a very pale purple here, and then this nice deep purple. And then we've got over on the back side, another design here with both the purples, kind of lines up with this guy. This also kind of lines up with the interior line. Pretty sweet, if you ask me. Pretty freaking cool. Yes, this PC's for a client. Yep. Most of the PCs I build, and pretty much everything that I stream is customer PCs. So they order it, I get the parts, and then I build it live. We're doing it live. Some of you might not get that quote, but it's fine. Okay. Oh, I need the accessories at the back. Accessories. They're back here. That's what I want. Put that hard drive bay back in there. Tuck those cables back in. Excellent paint job, I agree. Things are going great over here, more content than I can edit at this point. Hey, that's a pretty good spot to be in. I've just like been slacking on filming new content. I mean, like if PC sales keep getting busy, then like I don't need to be focusing on content as much, but right now I've mostly just been busy with random things and not so much about having a bunch of PCs to build. Living a lot of people's dreams. I don't do this full time, just so you guys know, if you're curious. I work full time and then I do this. But I will agree, I am probably living a lot of people's dreams, running this business that I started from nothing. But yeah, I really enjoy it. That's why I'm always so happy when I'm here building. Get some of these. A bunch of assorted bolts in there. Okay, that's all I should need for now. Happy people can build these as a business. Yeah, man. I've been doing it since like early 2021. Your PC won't boot. Oh no, that's not good. All right, I think these are the guys we want. Let's double check. Antec could be doing something funky here with their stuff. Do I have the Antec? Oh, I left it in the box. Let's just double check the bolts the Antec uses. Don't need that. How do you manage profits? Do you touch it? Everything, so I have a totally separate business bank account, so nothing from here is directly going into my personal bank account. Okay, motherboard. Is that on the other side? All right, they are the bolts. These are terrible pictures, but the bolts that I thought are the bolts that I want. I didn't fold that correctly, but that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, nope. 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's what I needed. The rest of these can go in my little tray because I don't need them anymore. Yeah, I created, I have like an LLC. I have a separate business account, all that sort of stuff, so that it's very legit. And then I really don't pay myself anything right now. I just had inherited a dairy farm. Not very interested in the business, but I figure I'll go ahead and milk it for all it's worth. Oh my gosh, that was a next level dad joke, you guys. I was not ready for that. I was not ready for that. I read that like that was just gonna be a regular like comment, and then I got about halfway through and I was like, a little suspicious. Post boot BIOS code 1 long beep. I don't know the BIOS codes by heart, so I would have to look at it more. Where did I buy the? What are you asking about, Prophecy? How are you liking the Linus Tech Tip screwdriver? I love it. I've been using it for like almost 2 years now, maybe a year and a half. I'm sure some people consider it overpriced, which is fine. But when you use it all the time, it's worth it. Honestly, just having the ratchet feature and then just like the nice big like tri-lobe thing design, it's very helpful. I feel like I'm watching a normal video of a tutorial on how to build a PC. I mean, you basically are. It's basically a tutorial. Need to go into the grocery store, but I'm so engrossed in this build, I'm sitting in the car watching. Let's go. How much is the screwdriver? I believe they're $70 for shipping. Don't quote me on that. They're available on lttstore.com. I bought mine quite a while ago, so they might have changed in price, but I think that's what I paid for it. I think mine ended up being like, it's like $80 total after shipping and everything. What do I enjoy most? The building of the PC, the fine-tuning of the software BIOS. Building the PC is my favorite part, for sure. Got him. Is the 650 watt power supply okay for a 4060? Yes, it is.
Hello, Red.
What power supply are we working with today? I've got an Asus Tough Gaming 850 watt. All right, I think I tightened all these down. Just gonna double check real quick because I was reading stuff and not paying attention. Okay, we're good. All right, we have an extra one. I must have counted 10, not 9. I definitely put it in all the slots. Alrighty. Actually, we're gonna switch to that. And then we'll switch you guys over to that. All right. Got some extra zip ties, and it's time to get Lazy Susan out here. What's with the gloves? Mostly just to keep everything clean and keep like oil from my hands from getting on stuff. It can also help with avoiding static shock of anything, but not so much. Dude, Lazy Susan, it's key. It's so nice for builds. The base of it, I bought on Amazon for like 80 or 90 bucks. And then this is just like a stool top thing that I bought from Home Depot and painted it black. Just joined, it looks great. What's up, Silent? Yo, what up, Wes? How we doing? The GPU we're gonna put in is gonna be a 4070 Super. Hello, Susan, we meet again. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do, let's get everything plugged in that is already in the case. We'll start with the usual, which is the HD audio. Trey, what's up? Welcome in. Someone was timed out. Whoa. Don't be naughty, you guys. Richard will time you out unless it's on TikTok, then we don't know what we'll do. All right, HD audio. Use the same gloves to make turkey. Yeah, I think this is like the same sort of gloves that a lot of people use for like cooking food and stuff too. I just got these ones on Amazon. I don't know if they're these ones are technically food grade. I don't really know how that works. All right, let's get our front panel connectors in here. I kind of like how low this motherboard sits here, especially since like you don't really need to mount fans on top of this shroud. It means your cables aren't sticking out everywhere. All right, so we've got HDD LED, got our power LEDs, reset switch, power switch. So let's get the bottom ones on first. Here's our reset switch. Put our power switch on right above that. Okay. And we'll get our HDD LED switch on. Okay. I'll feed these back through there. Okay. And then I want there's our power LEDs. All right. That is all that. Nice and plugged in right there. See, look how clean that is, where it just goes straight out. There's very little cable showing. I like that. All right, so where are our USBs out? We got USB-C on the side. And then we've got USB 3 here. Oh, that's kind of nice. They're like pointed out to the side. I like it. I like it. All right, USB 3 or C is going right there. It's a tight corner, that's for sure, though. Did they flip them? Did they flip it? Maybe they flipped it. Yeah, they did. Normally the thick side, so it's hard to tell, but if you look down the barrel of the USB-C connector, one side is slightly thicker than the other, and that's how you make sure that it's pokey-oked and there's only one way to push it in. Normally, on most motherboards, the thick side is always down. and the thin side is on top. This one is switched, so the thin side is actually on the bottom on this one. I'm sure that's super relevant for everybody here, but, you know, this is an informative video. Come on. Come on, USB. Can I go in there or no? There we go. USB right there. Like how clean that is, where it just like it disappears out of the case. This is a nice case. This is only like $75 for this case. How did I get my hands on 9800X3? Sold out all over. And do you think the 9950X3D is going to be better? I think for gaming, the 9800X3D is better. The 9950X3D is probably going to be within a couple percent. I got mine because I knew when it was coming out, and that was interesting. There we go. So, like I was saying, I knew when it was coming out. It was supposed to be out live on Newegg at 7 a.m. my time on the 18th. And I was on my phone ready to check out at like 6:40. So, and I was able to add it to cart and check out before 7 a.m. So they must have messed something up on their end. So I was able to buy one right then and there. And then later that day, they posted that they had some bundles available with motherboards that you could buy from Newegg. So I bought another one that way too, just so I would have them available to sell to customers with PCs, obviously. Richard will time anyone. That's right. He's on it. 9800X3 wasn't that bad to get. Just follow the right socials. I got 2 and need to send 1 back. Also, yeah, if you had access to a micro center too, like that was another way that was pretty easy to get it when they came out. You could just go in and buy one because they don't sell online. Would it removing all fans make your temperatures really high? Yes, it probably would. Raptor Lake Intel i7-13620H processor, RTX 4060. Want to know which motherboard? Those are mobile. That's a mobile processor, so I don't know how you would buy a motherboard for that. It would just come in a laptop. If you were to turn it around and have it face the camera, there's usually a sticker on the I/O shield. A sticker on the I/O shield for what? Oh, sorry, you guys are talking about thermal paste. Yeah, you definitely don't want to remove all your fans. You can get some really quiet fans. There's some good companies like Noctua or Be Quiet that you can buy fans that are really quiet, but I would not recommend removing all your fans. Yo, what up, Jordan? How we doing? Welcome in. Hector's next. Okay. All right. So the only thing left that's in here are our fans. Antec very nicely gave us this little connector thingy here for daisy chaining these fans together so that we don't have to use 3 different ports for the 3 intake fans. Let's put those together. And then let's find a port down here at the bottom. Should be one near the front panel connectors. Yep, there's one right there. Just like that. Look how clean that looks. Look how good that looks with nothing showing. I like it. Okay. All right, all that stuff's plugged in. I could cable manage this a little bit. Just kind of do a little temporary job here of cable managing this. That's it. Don't know if that USB 3 is gonna fit in here. It's just too tight of a turn to get it into that. All right, so we'll just kind of leave that out for now. We'll be able to tie it in with other stuff. Okay, all that stuff's installed. Let's get our power supply. What up, Susan? Sorry, you're a beginner. That's okay. Built a PC a while ago with the RX 580. Forgot it had 3 HDMI ports. Was so bad it took 3 days to figure out how to link dual screens. Oh no. Trying to buy splitters and everything there. Yeah, that's kind of interesting because most GPUs only have 1 HDMI port and the rest are display ports. Squiddy, welcome into the stream. Sarah, how we doing? All right, get our power supply out here. Had an RX 580 8 gig a couple years ago. It was a great card. Yeah, it was a really solid card. It's not super great for newer games these days, but it was definitely pretty capable. 850 watt power supply, yes. Why the many question marks? What's today's build? Type in !specs, Jordan, and that'll give you the full list, and we can talk through them if you have any questions. They're great cards. It's just that my mindset went dead. Almost spent more on the build. Okay, we shouldn't have any SATA power needed. We've got PCIe power here. I don't know what the extra PCIe power is for, but we've got a cable for it, so we'll use it. Got our GPU power here. Another PCIe, we don't need that. We don't need Molex. This is a CPU power, we do need that. Another SATA, we don't need that. Another CPU power, we need that. Motherboard power, we need that. We don't need these. This is an Antec P20C. Yo, what up, Hatfield? How we doing? Yeah, it's a 9800X 3D, baby. This is freaking sick CPU. Yeah, 4070 Super. Yep. Dime, that should work. Bodtrix might be a little bit slow right now. If it doesn't work, if Richard's still here, we can ask him to paste the full specs in the chat. Hopefully it'll work. It did say Bodtrix had joined the channel earlier. Richard, can you post that in the horizontal stream for the tubes? Can we up the likes? Yes, please. Throw some likes in there. Make sure you hit this. I think you just got to hit the 3 little dots, and then you can pop a like, or you might even be able to like double tap on the red site now. I don't remember. How we doing, Aki? AKI? How do you pronounce that name? How should I respond to that? I did not look at the price of the 9800X 3D. What's the price? It's $480 is the retail price. Whether or not you'll be able to find one for that right now, it's not looking good. But that is the retail price. That's what we paid for these. I bought this one on Newegg. Okay, there's our extra PCIe power. Run that down here. Okay. How did I get one? I was awake. I was talking about this earlier. So the 9800X 3D dropped at 7 a.m. local time for me on Newegg. I was on my phone ready to check out before that. By like 6:40 in the morning, I had the checkout ready to go. And somehow I was actually able to check out with it before 7 a.m. So I don't know if that was a glitch or whatever, but I was able to buy one right off the rip. And then I ended up ordering a second one through a bundle, just so I could make sure I had at least one, if not 2, available to sell to customers. Okay, this guy's definitely gonna need to come down before we get too many things in here. Pull that down. It's probably gonna need to, I don't know if this is actually gonna be usable. I don't think our GPU is long enough for that. We'll just put it all the way down because I think it'll look better down there. Oh, I think I need to loosen that up. So the 4070 Super does not reach all the way. It doesn't reach out this far, so our GPU support might not be useful. I think it's only gonna reach to about here. So we might be able to get this to extend far enough, but we'll see. Okay, let's get our power supply in here. Bro's smart. Who, me? I mean, I am an engineer. I would hope I'm at least a little smart. But yeah, I was ready for it, man. I knew when the 9800X 3D was coming out as a PC builder who was not big enough to have like a deal with AMD or anything. I had to be ready for it, you know? Why does the plastic have to be so hard to get off? Can I use the spare HDMI port on my graphics card as a backup in case my one you're currently using fails? I mean, yes. They should all work. I mean, if there's a port on there, it should be usable. It's pretty rare for like a port to just fail. Like, it's not that common, but in the event that it does happen, it should be fine. 9800X 3D versus the 7950X 3D. The 9800X 3D, yeah, it's a little bit better in gaming. Okay, let's get all of our cables plugged into the power supply. First, we got our GPU power. We got our two CPU powers. There's that one. There's that one. Got our motherboard power. I really like the cables that come on these Asus Tough cases, or power supplies. Very easy to work with, and honestly, they look really nice too. They're very flexible. Should you buy a 4070? If you're gonna buy it new, I would suggest buying a 4070 Super because it's only like $30 or $40 more and has a pretty significant boost in performance. So if you can afford the extra, I think it's like 40 or 50 bucks, I would get a Super model instead of just the standard 4070. But it's a great card. Like, it's very capable. There's my bolts. They're available on Micro Center's website. Are they available on Micro Center right now? Nice. What up, Wicked Cool K-Man? How we doing? Just building the PC. Okay. All right, the power supply's not going anywhere. I just realized this is a fascia and I could have taken it off to get the power supply in there easier, but that's okay. It wasn't that hard anyways. All right, let's get a couple of zip ties in here. Oh, I have a bunch over here already. And we'll get the CPU power cables all nailed down. That didn't work. Okay, come in. Come in. All right, we'll use my handy dandy little plastic thing here. No, we won't. Jeez. I didn't want to have to use that. Oh, there we go. I got it. I got it. I got it. There we go. Yo, what up, Hoodie? How we doing? Appreciate you always being super helpful whenever I got questions. Absolutely. What up, Republican? If only there was a micro center here in Washington. I know the nearest one to us is like, I'm in Idaho, by the way. The nearest one to us is in like Colorado or something. It's way too far. They need one. They need one in the PNW. You'll be doing this like this weekend? Amazon's taking forever with the Flux Pro shipping. Oh, the which one did you get? Like the D700? Which case did you get? Why do you wear gloves with building? One, to avoid getting like oils and stuff from my fingers on everything. And two, it helps a little bit with static. Keep me from shocking everything. The air is so dry here in Idaho that I feel like I'm constantly just like shocking everything around me. Yeah, 9800X 3D and a 4070 Super. It's a nice build. It's a nice build. In my PC, you have an Nvidia K620. Just built your 7800X3 system yesterday. Let's go, Tim. It's a baller build, man. What else do you have in it? All right, this guy. I'm gonna tuck back here. Okay. This is for our GPU. Let's get our motherboard thing over here. Let's get that tied down. Okay, got that. Okay, got that. Bundle those cables up. Okay. My country, a 4060 Ti is cheaper than $40. It's cheaper $40 than the 7700 XT. I think the 4060 Ti has better performance than the 7700 XT. The 4060 Ti is a little bit closer to the 7800 XT. The 7800 XT beats out the 4060 Ti a little bit. Get one of these straight ones here. Normally wear some disposable gloves and a headlight flashlight when working inside your PC. Yeah, it's just nice to help keep it clean, you know? It's not like necessary, but it's just nice to have, you know? Okay, so we basically have almost everything in here except for our GPU and our CPU cooler. So let's get our CPU cooler out and on the table. Can install the fans on it, and then we'll put it right there on top. I went with the ASRock X870 Taichi. Nice. CL36000. Did make one of those, the XMP version instead of the Expo. Yeah, the BIOS should pick that up. That shouldn't be a problem. All right. There's our fans. And our CPU cooler. Came in late. What's the GPU? It's an RTX 4070 Super Riper. If you type in !specs, S-P-E-C-S, you can see the full spec list for the system. Why do you, oh, he's there, yeah. Don't want to get oil stains on everything. Don't want to risk breaking something. Yeah, exactly. It's just like, it's one of those things. It's cheap. It's not hard. Doesn't make it hard for me to work on the system. So it just makes sense to do it. What is a good budget-ish CPU for gaming right now? What's your like budget? Like, are you thinking like $100 or like $60? The 5800X3D is pretty much unavailable, so you would have to go with the 5700X3D. They have discontinued the 5800X3D, and I have not seen them in stock recently. So if I put this here, tails for my fans are gonna go to my right. Just built your first PC with a 9800X3D. The temps scare the crap out of you, jump into 75. 75 is not terrible. It could just be the CPU cooler you have. You might need a little bit better CPU cooler. Gonna try the super brand new $600, but brand new the 4070 is $500. Really, I haven't seen them drop that much in price. If they're dropping that much in price, then it's more like a comparison between the 4060 Ti and the 4070, because the 4060 Ti is not much cheaper than that. So if you can get it for down around $500, then I'd say it's a pretty good deal to just get this 4070. 9870 motherboard comes Friday. Let's go. What else do you got in your build, Travis? Picked up a 5600 for $60 on AliExpress. Nice. That was what I was gonna suggest. Like if he's talking about like $100 new, the 5600X is perfect. Wouldn't mind spending 300 plus. Oh, that's not even a budget CPU anymore, man. That's like a full CPU. For $300, I would say I would get like the Ryzen 7 7700X. That way you're on AMD's new platform, so everything's like upgradable over time. Obviously that means you have to have a motherboard that works with, but that would probably be my suggestion. Like the 5700X is a bit cheaper, but again, if you want longevity for your system, I would probably go with the 7700X. Yeah, it's definitely better to be safe than sorry. Use the Atmos 360, have it running at 5500, that's why it's up to 75. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, if you're overclocking it a bit, then 75 is kind of expected. You bought a Ryzen 5 7500F to pair with 7800X3D. Should you change the CPU? I mean, the 7500F is still going to be pretty good, but if you're going to go with like a high-end GPU, it usually makes sense to have an equivalent CPU, Happy early Thanksgiving. Thank you to you as well. 9800X3D, 4080, 1000 watt power supply, Trident Z. Oh, that is a beautiful build, Travis. What case did you end up going with? Did my first build a few weeks ago, had a 7950X 3D. That's a great CPU, man. I think the hardest part to justify it for a lot of people is just like it's expensive, right? Like the 7950X 3D is just so much more expensive than the 7800X 3D, but like when you can't find the CPU you really want, then you gotta make choices, right? Will the 7700X bottleneck your 2060 Super? No. It would be the other way around for sure. Oh, you have a 9700F currently. So I think no matter what, Chris, you're gonna end up needing a new motherboard. So personally, I would still recommend go AM5, get a 7700X, get DDR5 RAM, and then you're gonna be set for a long time. Like you might wanna update your GPU at some point from your 2060 Super, but like that CPU, motherboard, and RAM is gonna be good for a long, long time. Which budget X3D would you buy? The only budget X3D that's available right now was the 5700 X3D. So that's gonna be on AM4. You're gonna have to go with DDR4 RAM. Because that one's, I wanna say you can find it for like a little over 200 bucks right now, or right around 200 bucks right now. Why did you go with CL32 6400? They're pretty equivalent in terms of price and performance. So it just kind of is what is available. I don't know, there's not really a good reason to go for one versus the other. They're both pretty equivalent in terms of performance. Like the effective data transfer speed between the two, I believe, is the same. Like the effective latency is basically the same for the two. What up, ATX Metal? How we doing? Welcome in. Still here, still so fun, still here. Appreciate you, dude. Appreciate you hanging out, watching the stream, even if you're just lurking. X870 Aorus Elite is the one I have, and it's pretty great. Yeah, I've gone away from a lot of Gigabyte products. Their RGB stuff has been kind of a pain recently. Maybe they've fixed it by now, but in the past, like some of their RGB ports just wouldn't work with random components. Like they wouldn't work with any deep cool components, which I know is not a problem anymore because you can't sell deep cool anymore. But that was kind of what drove me away. The most problems I ever had with motherboards was always with Gigabyte, and so I kind of stopped selling them. So unless someone like asks specifically for Gigabyte, I usually don't spec anything with Gigabyte motherboards anymore. All right. Don't fall. Stay. Yeah, of course, I'm always happy to answer questions. Planning on switching to the M5 platform, didn't know. What are some good CPUs? Selling a 7800X3D for 400 bucks. That's not bad. I mean, that's almost the price of a new one. So you might try and talk them down a little bit because they're new. They were only like 480 bucks. And now that the new version of them is out, I don't know if it's quite worth 400 bucks. If you can talk them down to like 350 or something, then I would say it's probably worth it. Motherboard wise, the ASRock like PG stuff is really good. MSI MAG or better, so like the MAG or the MPG are really good. I like ASUS TUF. ASUS TUF honestly is probably one of the best bang for your buck lines for motherboards. I really like the ASUS TUF line. Is the ASUS ROG Strix B650 with the 7700X? Yeah, that's a great combination. Yeah, ASRock makes really good stuff. They're made by the same people that make ASUS, if you didn't know. Like they're made in like the exact same factory and stuff. Okay, there is our CPU cooler up there. I'm gonna bring this down so I can see on top because I'm not very tall. I mean, I'm not short, but. Okay, let's get some bolts in here to start. Just got your 7800X3D today. Plan on using the ASRock Taichi. That's ASRock's top of the line motherboard, if I recall. Haven't had any problems with your Gigabyte. Yeah, I'm not saying that they're bad in general. I've just had bad experiences with them. And as a PC builder, when I have to deal with that, it wastes my time and ends up being like more of a pain, like with when customers are having to like get help with stuff. So I avoid it from like a business perspective. It just doesn't make as much sense for me. With the B50, 5000X3D, M5 board now with the 9800X3D, and I like both boards. Yeah, I haven't had issues with those, like those specific boards. It's kind of just been pervasive for me with most Gigabyte boards that I've had to deal with. I know a lot of people like them, so like, I'm not gonna tell you shouldn't get them or that you should switch just because I've had bad experiences with them. Mostly just telling you what $10, Riper, what's up? Thank you so much for the $10 dono. Thanks for answering the question. Learn something new. Hey, you're welcome. Thank you for the freaking $10 super chat. Can we get some hashtag Riper in the chat here? Bad experiences are with, yeah, so like Hatfield's had bad experiences with MSI and Asus, whereas like I haven't had that experience. So, you know, sometimes it just comes down to the ghost in the machine. Is this a personal build? This is for a customer. Now I can show you guys my personal build. Maybe I can show you guys. Kind of hard to move that camera around, but my personal gaming PC is like a custom water cooled build. The thing is, I don't have the 7700X. I'm ordering everything this weekend. Got to bottle. Yeah, you can use the Bottleneck website if you're interested in using that. Just keep in mind, like, there's always going to be a bottleneck somewhere in your system. So don't freak out too much, you know. You just got the 9800X 3D? Let's go, Scott. Oh, you did just got that, not the 7800. Gotcha. Ran away from Gigabyte myself. Usually go MSI or Asus now. Same. I really like ASRock as well. ASRock does a really good job with, especially like good quality for a reasonable budget. Oh, you know what else I want to do? Let's put an exhaust fan on here. Customer didn't pay for it, but I have like 1 million of these NZXT fans, and he didn't want much RGB anyways, so a non-RGB NZXT fan is perfect. Although I probably should have done this before I put that in there, because now I can't see where I'm going. There we go. Okay. These don't cost me anything to put in here because they're just from when I've built with NZXT cases and pulled out the non-RGB fans and replaced them with RGB fans. So I'm not worried about throwing this in there for free. Would have liked that water cool one you gave away. That was a really cool PC. I did that one just for a video. And then it sat around doing nothing for like 2 years before I finally decided to give it away. Kill a Dune. You have a 1650. Do you think I should upgrade? I mean, the 4070 Ti Super would be a really good GPU if you're ready to buy now. I mean, who knows how much more expensive the 50 series is going to be. They're saying the 5090 is going to release at like $2,000. So who knows how much more expensive the rest of the 50 series will be. I would say if you have the money and you're ready to buy, I would buy. I went Asus on your 2080 Ti. I went with MSI on your 4070. 2080 is still fine. Just need to repaste it. Yeah, that kind of happens after a while. You are your PC's bottleneck. Exactly. All right, let me put this back. I would expect that system to be good for a while. Yeah, for sure. I'm jumping from a Ryzen 2000 to an X870E Aorus Pro Ice. and a 9800 XD, but oh god, the CPU cost in my country is 80% more than MSRP. Holy cow, that's crazy. The Frozen Not 240, oh, that is a great little cooler. I haven't used them, so I don't know. I can't speak much to their like longevity, but price-wise, they're like really reasonable. They're like 60 or 70 bucks, I think. Montech is about 3,000 RPM. Do I have any recommendations for budget AM5 motherboards? I would look at it. I would look for something from ASRock, personally. All M.2 I have, and not taking away from yeah, your PCIe 16. Yes, that's very good. If you're going with a budget board, I wouldn't worry about a Gen 5 SSD. Or are you talking about PCIe Gen 5 for your GPU? I bet you won't be able to touch a 5090 for less than like 2,800 bucks. I know, right? 5090 will be 1,700. I mean, they haven't released anything on it yet, so we don't really know how much it's actually going to cost. Okay, let's do CPU cooler connectors. I've seen some places say that the prices leaked out, they were going to be like $2,000, which is crazy. If it is actually 1,700, which is less than what you can get a 4090 for, that would be pretty cool. Like right now, you can't find a 4090 for less than $2,000. Okay, there's that. Here's that. Okay, there's all my CPU fans connected. We're just gonna run these over here. Let's get our RGB going now. Okay, there's that one to that one. Is AliExpress legit? I mean, technically it's a legit site. I don't buy anything off of there. So it's hard to say whether or not, I mean, I personally don't recommend buying a bunch of stuff off of there, but not to say other people haven't. Oh, there was one one plastic sticker there. Okay, all of our RGB ports are on the bottom. That's kind of unfortunate. I mean, I think we have enough length to get down there, but still. Would make sense to put one on top. That's what most motherboards do. Got lucky with your 4080 last year for 980. That's not bad. Okay, don't need that, don't need that. Do need this. All the prices that you just said are still cheaper than the 4080. Wait. In the 4090, what do you mean all the prices I just said are cheaper than the 4090? Yeah, 2,200 for the Strix. What AIO would you recommend with the 7700X? You could get like a 240 millimeter AIO for that. Actually, I did a video recently. You can check it out on my channel. The MSI Mag 240 millimeter AIO did an incredible job cooling my 12700K, which has a higher TDP, I think, than the 7700X. So I would take a look at that. It's only like $100. Okay. Oh, I need the. I got it. I get back down here. I left the connect thing for this. I need that. It's for AMD. You have a 7800X 3D. This computer is $500. It was $500 for the 7800 XT. Travis got your 4080 Super for about $1,000. That's not bad. Yeah, it's crazy that the 4090s are like $2,000 right now. $2,000 minimum. Some of them are much more than that. It's craziness. Okay. Couple little dust particles on there. All right. Nope. There we go. Now that's on straight. Put that there. And these guys. I like the sound of only $100. Yeah, it's not bad. And it honestly, like, it really surprised me how it did as good of a job cooling as my old Arctic 360 millimeter AIO. Both with like brand new thermal paste and stuff on them, you know? AIO looks cool, but why? They're not necessarily better than air. I mean, some of them are better than a lot of air coolers. They tend to be a little bit quieter. They tend to look better. I think that's why most people use them. And a little bit more consistent, like in temperature. They tend to be a little bit more consistent versus an air cooler. But you can definitely get air coolers that are just as good performance as an AIO. Your other computer has a RTX 4070 Ti 850 after tax. Yeah, that sounds about right. I have a 4070 Ti Super in my gaming PC right now. I think I paid just shy of 900 bucks. Yo, what up, Steve-O? How we doing, dude? It's my first YouTube or TikTok live, man. That Peerless Assassin is a good buy. Yeah, right? The Peerless Assassin is like 20 bucks, maybe even cheaper. And it cools like most CPUs. It's so crazy. AMD or Intel is your favorite and why? AMD is my favorite. I've had AMD CPUs for the most part, and I like their philosophy. I think their price to performance is better, especially right now. They have done, I think, a better job of catering to gamers. Like Intel's doing all these like, oh, here's like 30 efficiency cores and you get like 6 performance cores even in our high end. Okay, I know it's 8. Even in our like high end ones. And it's just like, I don't feel like they're listening to gamers. Like they don't care. They're just kind of trying to live in two worlds, like the world of gaming and the world of like trying to be useful for like AI and stuff. And I think it's dumb. So that's my 2 cents anyways. I mean, AMD or Intel does make good CPUs and like they're definitely like usable. They're just not my preference, you know? Okay. Clip that. That'll clip in any of these wires. Okay, got that. Okay, we need to put this in here now. This is our RGB for CPU cooler block. I don't think it's gonna really fit there, is it? Good, thanks, man. How are you? Yeah, dude, this is my first ever TikTok live, man. I didn't have the ability to go live other than like, I think everyone has the ability to go live from their phone pretty easily, but I never really had an inclination to do it from my phone. But now I have access to do it from my computer. It's pretty cool. So welcome. Also, Riper, thank you for another $20 donation. Sheesh. Old Intel better than old AMD. New AMD better than new Intel? 100%. 100%. AliExpress the box may say 4090 when you go to unplug the GPU. Who knows what you'll get? Yeah, exactly. at the end of January, I was thinking of going with these parts, but would you like to know if it's a good combo? X870F, 32 gigs Corsair Vengeance, the 4080 Super, 1 terabyte. I've never heard of that brand, SSD. I personally, for an SSD, would go, there's Patriot, Teamgroup, Crucial, Samsung, Western Digital. I would stick with one of those. Kingston actually is also pretty good, but I've never heard of that company, so I don't know if I could recommend it. But the rest of that looks pretty good. Also, if you can get it for a similar price, I would go something other than Zotac. Zotac, I've had like 20 or something % dead on arrival with Zotac GPUs for their high-end ones, so that's just me. Did he have to update the BIOS? We don't know yet. We shouldn't need to update the BIOS, but if we need to, I will. Okay, everything's plugged in. Oh, with the exception of this exhaust fan that I put in there. Let's run that through here. Okay, exhaust fan is now plugged in. Okay, everything in here is plugged in. We could do a little bit more cable management now. Still got more zip ties that came with stuff. ASRock Z790 with a 13900K is beastly. That's right, that is a good system. Come on. Turn. There we go. Not redneck on the FYP, that's right. How we doing, AJ? Okay. I'm on the FYP, apparently. We building, we rolling. Dropped a sub, hey, thank you so much, Tech Grant. I appreciate you dropping the sub. Let's make sure that looks nice and tight. Okay, looks pretty good. And I think we'll run these down here. Do I remember you told me I had issues with your PC? I don't recall specifically, because that happens like every day for me, that someone tells me they have issues with their computer and then asks me for help. But if you tell me what issue you were having, I might remember. Oh, it's Alicia! Oh. Yes, I do remember. Didn't recognize your TikTok name. Yes, now I definitely remember. Leanly Galahad 2, that's a great CPU cooler. AMD is good for cooling, but it comes at a price when you want to multitask a range of things. I mean, they've got lots of, I guess it depends on what AMD you're getting. You get plenty of cores in the mid and upper range models. Yeah, you've seen 1900. Yeah, there's nothing official yet. I updated the BIOS. I just built a PC. Yeah, I mean, that's like the first thing you want to do when you build a new computer is like get the newest BIOS. Don't even install Windows on it yet. Just put the newest BIOS on it before you get any further. Always put the newest BIOS on it when you build a computer. Always, always, always. Even if it's with not a CPU that's newer. Update the BIOS. Okay. It's all looking pretty good there. Let's get our GPU in. We'll get that installed, and then we'll be pretty much good to go here. Ah, go away. I had over 500,000 errors in VR. Jeez. So I sent it back, and they sent a replacement with the same issues. Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Don't overpay for it. Wait. You got the liquid freezer 3, 4. Oh, you got no. The 420 is a size, so it's 3 140 millimeter fans. Having to put vids out. I've been slacking lately. I used to try and put out a vid every like week or two on YouTube. But I've been kind of slacking. I have ideas for new videos. I just need to like actually film them and get them to my editor. How did you update it? Yeah, I use BIOS Flash. You can do it from within the BIOS. So you put the new BIOS on a flash drive, connect it in. I mean, you can see here. Wait, that's USB 10. Yeah, USB 10 gig, and there's a tiny little thing there that says Flash BIOS. Put it in that slot, and then you just use the UEFI BIOS tool to update. Had an MSI board get RMA'd a few times. The fourth one, I just said, F it, keep it. How much is the 9800X 3D right now? It's $479. Apparently you can still find them on Micro Center, but they're pretty much sold out everywhere else right now. But I think Micro Center is only selling them in person, so you have to go pick it up from the store. So if you don't live near a Micro Center, find a friend who does and have them pick it up for you. Am I a fan of Gigabyte? Not so much. Their GPUs and stuff are solid, but I've had some bad experiences with their motherboards. Got your 9800X3 at Newegg? That's where I got mine as well. You just have to be ready when they're actually in stock, you know? All right, GPU going in. It's our 4070 Super. There it is. Click. I see one that some GPUs can carry an SSD slot. No. They make PCIe cards that have SSD slots, but those aren't GPUs. So anything that connects into a PCIe slot is a PCIe card. It's not necessarily a GPU, which is like a video card. They make PCIe cards that have M.2 slots on them, but those are not video cards. Okay, so this thing, I mean, how far out does it need to be able to reach that? Oh my gosh, why is this so tight? Why is it so tight? There we go. So even if I extended it all the way, it doesn't reach the GPU, so there's no point in worrying about that. You can just tighten it down right here so it doesn't flop around. Okay, so if he ever upgrades his GPU to something longer, he can use that built-in support. Otherwise, doesn't need it. It's almost 2 a.m. Gonna go to sleep. All right, have a good night, Alicia. Thank you for coming in. 5800X 3D is still like the third fastest gaming CPU. It is still really good if you can find one. They've stopped making them, and they seem to have stopped restocking them. So if you can find one, that's great. But it's unlikely that you will be able to find one, and less likely that you'll be able to find one as time goes on, because they're no longer manufacturing them. Okay, there's our GPU power. Okay, let's pull this guy back out. Is that the one that had a bunch of excess? Yeah. I want to pull this off. $1,400, good price for a PC. That is a good price for a PC, especially if you're building it yourself. You can build a very nice PC for $1,400 if you're building it yourself. Oh, that doesn't want to come out. Yeah, PC Part Picker is the best tool for picking out components. It even does some like good checks for compatibility for you. So you can do that as well to make sure everything is compatible with each other. PC Part Picker is a great tool. Is it worth getting a liquid cooled system to cool the rig? Unless you're doing a like crazy overclocking and stuff, liquid cooling is not usually worth it, unless you just want it to look really good. But in terms of performance, it's not worth the cost for like 95% of people, maybe like 98% of people. Cable management. ASUS Dual RTX 4060 Ti has an M.2 slot on the backside. I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe it does, and that's changed. Because I've built with that before, and it did not have one. ASUS Dual RTX 4060 Ti with M.2. Images. Oh, that's a new model that they just came out with. I don't know if this is even available yet, though. Yeah, I don't think you can even get these yet. Yeah, I don't think they're on sale yet. But I do remember seeing that, and I thought it was just like some gimmick and that wasn't actually going into production, but I guess they are going to put it into production. Okay, I need to zip tie that guy down. Cause I zipped this other stuff down prematurely. I don't think the 3060 had one. It's like a brand new thing that they just are now doing with the 4060 Ti. I don't think they've done it before. Unless it was some model that was like never sold here in the US or not sold to like aftermarket people, you know? First GPU was a GeForce 2MX. Nice. Yeah, just get MX6, dude. Like literally, Travis says that. Boom. MX6. MX6. This is what I keep on hand. I also have some Noctua NH-T2. That's really good stuff too, but the Arctic MX6 has been one of the better performers that I've done tests on. And it's very reasonably priced too. All right, there we go. Maybe not my like A+ effort in terms of cable management, but I'd give that at least like a B-, you know? I'd give that at least like a B- for me. What do you guys think? What grade would you give me for that cable management job? Here, I'll put it to the front so it's easier to see. The lighting up there is better. Yeah, 990 Pro is pretty good. They're just kind of overpriced in my opinion. I really like Micron products, so I usually go with Crucial or Teamgroup. 6 out of 10. Okay, that's fair. B+. Dylan says A. I mean, Travis has been building PCs for a long time, so a B+ from Travis sounds pretty good to me. Who's thinking about going DirectX? It is a hassle, and I'm pretty sure that voids your warranty. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna void your warranty if you delid your CPU. I could be wrong. I just upgraded my power supply in this computer, Thermaltake Gold 850 watt. Yeah, an 850 should be able to handle a 4080, so there you go. You're ready now. F, get out of here, ammo. Looks good, different cases, etc. Don't always make it so easy for wiring. Yeah. Yeah, and this one just has a lot of like funky long wires. All right. In case you forgot how beautiful this computer is, there's the front. I'll get the side panel on here now that you all have seen my cable management job and criticized it. I know I asked for it. Don't at me, bro. It's what you got to work with. I'll give it a B-. All right, bet. All right. In case you forgot how beautiful this freaking case is, my wife is incredible. Not just because she does amazing paint jobs, but particularly incredible at painting computers. I mean, check that out. She did this all today. And the interior is purple too. In case you didn't notice that, this was not purple from the factory. It was just black. You will 100% void it, exactly. Check out how freaking cool that is. How well does liquid metal do vertical? I don't think there's any problem. It's such a small amount of like fluid that the liquid metal, like it's not like it flows anywhere. The bigger thing is that liquid metal, it doesn't last as long as like a traditional like thermal paste. It dries out faster, so you have to be more on top of replacing it. And it's kind of a pain to install. Like it's kind of a pain to actually get the liquid metal on. And you have to be careful about what materials you use. Like copper does not get along well with liquid metal. You want a nickel-plated CPU cooler. The case is purple. That's sexy no matter what. That's right. Travis, B+. I'd say A. B+, you will avoid it, yes. It looks amazing, right? Yeah, the Joker PC. Did you guys ever see, Travis, have you seen the Joker PC that I built? Like an actual like Joker PC? Do they make the connection cord light up? There are Lee and Lee has cables that do light up. Let's see if I can find it in my albums. I don't know if I've put it in my albums. I really hope I have. There's the biohazard one. I'm hoping it's in this album so I don't have to search for it. It's not. Hold on, I wanna... When was that? Like last year sometime? Just enjoy this computer while I look for a picture of another computer, okay? You guys entertain yourselves for a second. Pretty sure the Joker PC was 2023. We were doing a lot of painted cases that year. Okay, wait, before we get to the Joker PC, check out how incredible that is. The Biohazard PC. Pretty freaking cool. Later half of 2023? I think it was before the Biohazard. This is why I hate that it's all on my phone. There it is. Okay, here we go. So, there's the Joker PC. That's all custom paint job. My wife hand painted on the words and everything. Yeah, the Biohazard was top notch, man. Biohazard with like all the stuff that was on the interior and like the laser engraving on the glass. It was super cool. Fallout PC. Yeah, I did a BioShock PC not too long ago. That was really cool. All right, you guys ready to see this baby turn on? It's not gonna be super fantastic looking because we went minimal RGB, so the only RGB is on the CPU cooler. That was what the customer requested. Also, it might go black here for a second. Don't worry about that. All right, so speaking of cooling, how long do you think the cryo sheets last? Supposedly like forever. I'm not sure. Jay's 2 cents just did a build with a legally light up cables today. Oh, really? I don't really like using those cable extensions, especially with the GPU. On the power supply, it's whatever, but the ones on the GPU, that's such a sensitive cable that like, I am afraid to use it with the new Nvidia cables. Okay, so Ryzen 7 9800X 3D RTX 4070 Super, 64 gigs of DDR5 RAM. We've got 4 total terabytes of storage, MSI Mag X870 Tomahawk Wi-Fi, 850 watt power supply from Asus, and a custom painted Antec P20C first ever power up. Let's bring the lights down, yeah? But yeah, supposedly the cryo sheets and stuff are supposed to like sort of be forever. My last build was stealth. I love a good stealth build. No RGB, black case. I love that. Yeah, Mrs. Redneck crushed it. There's no getting around that. Mrs. Redneck crushed it on this build. The paint job is so good with very little input from me. She went and knocked it out of the park. A PC with Joel and Ellie on it from The Last of Us Part 2, or Part 1. I mean, someone's just gotta buy it, you know? If you buy it and ask for it, we'll do it. That's really all there is to it. The T4X coolers are nice, they are. I got a really good deal on these too, so that's why I have some in stock. GPU should be purple too. Yeah, no. I mean, we probably could have taken this backplate off. You can take the backplate off without voiding the warranty, but I'd rather not paint components if I don't have to. Especially for how much we charge for painting. It's not really enough to cover that much effort. Whatever happened to UV reactive paint? Yeah, buddy. That was the UV reactive paint with like the clear plastic cases and stuff. That was it. Yeah, how about no? A white case with urban or winter camo would look solid. That would look really good too. Although the cryo sheets need a lot of pressure to maximize the cooling effect. Yeah, I actually tested that out and found that like my Arctic AIO doesn't provide enough pressure to even like utilize a cryo sheet. You need something with like very stiff, very high mounting pressure in order to make sure that you can utilize the cryo sheet. Usually I would say they're only really viable with like a custom cooling block. Was probably the best case scenario for those. You game with the black light on with these paint jobs would be amazing. That would be really cool to like have some of the paint be like you do like a UV reactive or like a black light reactive like coat on top of it that's clear to this and then like it lights up. That would be really cool. I like all white builds, but I think everyone has one. So when I see something like this outside the norm, I get pretty excited. I love getting to do builds like this where the customer just like, he's like, hey, I want it purple. Nothing else. That was the only input we got. We're like, I want it purple. Here we go. That is a purple PC, my friend. It's a purple PC. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I still one day want to have an aquarium PC. Yeah, like a fully like submerged one. Can't say that word apparently. Yeah, the paint job makes it look really good, doesn't it, Lee? Have to head out. Hey, I appreciate you being in here, Travis. Thank you so much for hanging out and for the sub. Hey, you all, everyone have a great holiday. I might go live tomorrow for like some gaming, but it's pretty unlikely. Yeah, I mean, I love the look of an all-white build. Like, I think they look great, but stuff like this is way more exciting in my opinion. All right, y'all. That's it. It's done. You can see by the little tiny green light there, it posted. Everything's working. I don't hear any awful noises. All of our fans are on. We did a B+ effort. I think was probably the average for our cable management. I'd say we're done here. Does anyone else have any other questions that I could answer before we call it a night? G frickin' G's, boys and girls. That dude seems good. I think the customer's gonna be really happy with it. Hey, happy Thanksgiving to you too, Lee. Appreciate you hanging out. I'm looking forward to the next one. The next build is gonna be a much more reasonably priced PC. No paint or anything crazy custom on it, but it's gonna be fun nonetheless. Every PC build is fun. What's the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? If I had to guess, I would say 37 miles an hour. And with that, that's the end of the stream. All right, y'all. Hope you have a great night. Happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving. And we'll see you on the next one. Adios. Gonna go be alone with my turkey butterball. Good night, everybody. Good night, good night, good night, good night.